I don't know if this is record. Okay, yeah, we're recording. All right. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Timothy Humber Cooking. And as always, all praise, glory, and thanks goes to the Most High God. Now, I figured out a way because somehow Sony doesn't want PS5 users using the internet, right? So I've actually figured it out because I looked up a video, but today we're going to be reacting to a bunch of pictures I put on my Instagram. Also, if y'all want to follow me on Instagram, that's where most of my Instagram followers come from anyway. That's me. So we finna click on this. Enter Exhibit 1. So this is pretty much the first thing I remember reacting to a while ago. And this is exactly what it is. It's very... That's me and my cat, by the way. But it is very sad how this country just normalizes women putting their hands on men just because it's quote unquote cuter. Women are supposed to be perfect or whatever this BS is, but no, it's abuse. Because if this was vice versa, then everyone it'd be like an uproar right now. We get into that one next, but yeah, it's just sad, bruh. That's pretty much the typical simp when it comes to marriage, because only a simp or a beta male will put up with that. Especially after 20 years, bruh. After 20 years, my woman's gonna be on her best behavior, even more so than the last few years. Like, I'm not playing that. If she even look at me like she want to hit me, bro, she gotta go. I don't put up with. I'm not putting up. I don't care what anyone say. It's abuse either way. Let's get to the next exhibit, shall we? Hold on, we're not on that one yet. Just pay attention. I want to click on it. So this is the meme. Yeah, it's a little annoying doing this on PS5. Now you see what I said? No way would I allow any of y'all to talk to me like this. Like, you got me effed up. Like, it said, hold on, what did it say? Alright, we already talked about this. My girl reviewing the pics I took of her in public. See, only a simp or a beta male would allow their woman to talk to them like that. And a woman is only going to talk to a man like that if she's not into him and he's a backup option. So women who talk to their man like that, they cheat. And let me see. Oftentimes the kids ain't gonna be there. So you already did that one. I'm like, bruh. And here's the next one. She gon' hold on. What does it say? Hey, oh yeah.
Got a hard-hitting question for y'all.
That's Tony Baker. We'll get to him in a second. Why can't y'all be like this?
Peeps.
Hold on. Oh, okay. I don't know why I put the words over the original words, but let me read it for y'all.
Peeps.
It says, me wearing what I want because it's my body, right? Me wearing what I want because it's my body. My man minding his own business. That's pretty much what it is. But
Peeps.
for some reason, I put the words over it. I didn't know I was going to come back in YouTube and do this, but yeah, so I've already talked about this before, bro. Like, this is something else only simps and beta males would allow, bro. Like, here's the thing about my woman and everyone else's woman, bro. She gonna have on these same, she gonna have clothes just like this. She gonna have clothes that look better than this. She's going to look better than this. But here's the difference between my woman and a simp's woman. My woman is only gonna wear this type of stuff for me. All right, so yeah. Let's get on to the next one. I don't want to do that one just yet. Here's another one. Looking for someone to be like this with. I said I'll be celibate before I ever do something like this for anybody. But this is pretty much how beta males and simps are for their women. They worship the ground she stands on. A lot of men will do this for their woman. Like, bruh, I'm the dominant one in my city. No matter whatever woman I deal with, I'm the dominant one. And some of y'all may be like, oh, but what if you run into a real alpha woman and she decides she's the dominant one? Well, me and that alpha woman won't work out. And we gonna stop talking once I realize that she's combative. Because that attitude is annoying. But yeah, I'm the dominant one, bro. This ain't me. But I wouldn't make my woman get on her knees like that either, though. I'm still the dominant one. Now let's get to the next one. I'm independent, but I'm not about to deal with a man. Okay, here we go. I'm independent, but I'm not about to deal with a man I can't depend on. And I put, when you want to eat your cake and have it too. Like, that'd be so funny with independent women, because it's like, bruh, how you strong and independent, but you still want a man to do everything for you while you bring absolutely nothing to the table? Like, this is why I don't deal with strong and independent women right here. Because they are very delusional. Next picture. Okay, we're going to do this one a couple of times. This one kind of annoyed me. Roach is afraid of rat. Rat is afraid of cat. Some of y'all know where this is going. Cat is afraid of dog. Dog is afraid of man. Y'all already see where this is going. Man is afraid of woman. Simp. Okay, not man. Simp. Simp is afraid of woman, because a real man isn't afraid of no damn woman. Woman is afraid of roach. So it's supposed to be like a funny meme, but it's something either a beta male or simp or a feminist made, bro. Because I don't fear women at all. Now, women can be very dangerous in the sense that some women like to weaponize the fact that this country is full of panders and feminists. So they can lie and do false allegations and stuff like that. Stuff like that kind of bothers me a little bit. But then again, if you vet your woman and only deal with women that chase you, then you have nothing to worry about. When you chase women, you're more likely to deal with a woman that's going to do some false allegations. Well, I could be wrong. No. Some women actually chase men just to do that. But that woman is very rare. So as a man, that's why you need a relationship with God. So he can help protect you from stuff like that. Because he's been protecting me from women I shouldn't be messing with. I don't know if they that bad, but he's definitely protected me from women I shouldn't be messing with. Like, it never fails. All right, let's get to the next one.
Hey, no. I took this one out for you. You take this one, I keep this. You are not taking my whole wallet so you can go shopping.
I was.
Now, I don't watch Family Guy anymore. I don't watch TV at all anymore. But
No, I took this one out.
this is literally.
Keep this. You are not taking my whole wallet so you can go shopping.
I was.
You see how he checked her right there? That's how you gotta check your women when they out of line. Like, she was out of line. He gave her money and she tried to take the wallet. A simp or a beta would have allowed that, but you know, they were just, Family Guy was being funny, but I'm agreeing with them in that sense. Like, you gotta check your woman like that sometimes. It's called having a backbone. Men, be brutally honest. What makes a woman instantly unattractive? Wait, did I not put anything for this? Okay, I thought I did. I don't know why I didn't put anything for this, but yeah, pretty much masculinity, being combative. Some dude said her breath. You know, look, that's a turn off if it's bad enough. Like, that's not a huge issue for me. Like, as long as I can't, because if I can't smell her breath to tell it's bad, then that's one thing. And then I'm not just kissing every woman I'm around, so I'm not just smelling their breath either. But yeah, for me, if a woman is super combative, argumentative, if a woman checks all the boxes of the women in these last videos, these last posts I did, we get into that one next. It's automatically moving. I got to keep going back. But yeah, if like, you know, the second one where the dude was yelling and was like pretty much saying like the woman is screaming and yelling at him because he didn't take good pictures. Like, women that talk to men like that, women that are super combative and argumentative. I know I've said it multiple times, but women who have masculine traits, bruh, are a turn off for me. And also, I know a huge turn off. Women that like to play games. Like, I'll have a lot of women will show me attraction. And some women, it's genuine, legit attraction. Problem is, a lot of those women that shows a genuine attraction already be in relationships. So I got to avoid them. But some women will do this show you attraction thing because they realize how some men are. And they'll show you just enough attraction so you think that they're into them. And then they'll get into this like push-pull thing. Remember how I told you do push-pull women? I don't do push-pull like hot cold just to throw a woman off. I do hot cold on a woman if she's doing hot cold on me. Like, if she's showing me attraction, then I'll be on hot. If she's starting to play games, then I go cold. But I don't constantly go hot to cold because, which one were we at? My bad. Oh shoot, I think I skipped one. But yeah, no, I didn't. No, we get into that one next. We get into that one next. But yeah, it's called hot and cold. Like, I'll do hot and cold in a sense where, like, if my woman has little attitudes throughout the day or something, then I gotta check her, get a little hot. Then, well, that's cold actually. And then if she's chill, but if a woman is straight up playing games, like I met a woman recently on my vacation, and you know, I was just chilling, minding my own business, right? And this woman came up and started talking to me in the hot tub. I was on a cruise, right? And we had a whole conversation and everything. She got my Instagram and everything. She was primarily being the talkative one, asking me questions, because we'll talk for a little bit and then we'll answer each other's questions, and then I just kind of sit and go back to chilling because I was there to chill. And whatever happens, happens. And then she'll ask me more questions and show genuine interest. So I was like, okay, you know. you know, at some point in cruises or the ones I go to, the hot tub closes at about 9 or 10. So at that point, which I don't go out often, but if I'm on a cruise, I go out and kick it. So I told her, you know, we can meet up later on, yada, yada, yada. Meet her later on. She instantly, for one, I had on a damn vest with no shirt on and some sweats and the same Crocs I had in the hot tub. So let's get this straight. I wasn't trying at all. I never am. But she looked at me and she acted like she liked when she saw. You know, we gave each other a hug and we sat at the bar, which I don't drink, so I only got water. She got a drink. But while she was there, I noticed she started to talk to this guy. Now, me, I don't give a damn, even if that's my woman. Because if my woman is that disrespectful, I'm going to send her right on to the guy she's talking to. But if it's just a random woman and on a cruise, it's whatever. But I instantly got into my mind, I'm like, bro, she might be on games tonight, right? You get where I'm going with this? So she just literally talked to this guy, got him super excited just to try to make me jealous for no reason at all. Why? Because yes, she may have had a little attraction for me, but she cared more about the validation she would have gotten if I had got jealous or chased her than she would have cared about, you know, the potential meat she would have got at the end of the night had she not been on games. Then we went and sat down and chilled because I ain't really a dance floor type of person. And she literally, she video calls a random guy. Like, I guess one of her beta males, I don't know. But she video calls this guy. And at first I was thinking it was her cousin. But again, it's like we had a cruise and I'm just chilling. And she ain't the only woman there. So I'm chilling. Whatever happens, happens. And she on the phone with this dude for like 10, 15 minutes. Get off. And then I noticed she's scooting further and further away from me. It's like she was trying so hard to get me to chase her. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing all this. So eventually I end up leaving, bro. And I never talked to her again this whole entire cruise. Like 2 days later, she ended up getting in the hot tub with me again. And didn't even say anything. She was hoping I would speak to her. I didn't even look her way. I gave 0. I'm like, nah, that's a huge turn off for me, bro. Because she was trying her hardest. Because a woman that's really feeling you, bro, she not finna do all that. She's not finna be calling dudes. She's not finna be flirting with other dudes. She gonna be hugged up on you. Or at least sitting close to you and stuff. Like, I went back too far. But we on that one for too long. Let's get to the next one. All right. How I'm gonna be with my man because let me just see something real quick, right? For one, I already dislike the fact that they had to use that purple emoji right there. Like, you gotta pay attention to the emojis, bro. You see, she using emojis like this, especially to explain this. Avoid her at all costs. It says, "Bae, stop. I gotta work in 20 minutes." And here's the woman not caring that her man needs to get up and provide for the family. And here's the man being too weak to check his woman and tell her no. And this is me, my response. F no. She going to know if I got work or need sleep, don't even try it. I've checked women for this before. I really have. I've checked women for waking me up when I know damn well I got work. Like, bro, don't play with me. Like, I tried to make the video when I was out hiking one day about like why you don't want to have sex with women every day. But things happened and I didn't get to post that video. So yeah, I have to make it again. Or I would have said I already made the video, but I didn't. But like, not only do you, like I said, I'm going to say it when I make this video, but I'm going to say it now. You want to pretty much have the power in a relationship, even, especially when it comes to sex. You want to have the power because you want a woman that desires, you don't want to force a woman to do anything. Like that's what I always preach, bro. We don't force women to do anything. Whatever category they belong in, we deal with them as such. We not finna glorify them. No women belongs in the God category. Only God belongs in that. But simps, they put plenty of women in that category. But well, all I'm saying is you shouldn't have to force a woman to do anything. But you should have a woman that desires you so much that you can pretty much have her whenever you want, right? Like it's not forceful at all. She's going to love it at any point in time. You can wake her up at 3:30 in the morning, bro. She could be tired, whatever you want, bro. You want throat, you want the box. She gonna give it to you because her whole goal in life is just to make you happy. That's what happens when you deal with feminine women that chase you instead of women that you have to chase. But you want that power, but at the same time, you want to have control over your own hormones to where y'all not having sex every day because you got to protect your energy. You can't be having sex with your woman every day. And if you are, bro, don't just give her the meat and don't give her the juice. Don't give her the juice every single day because I'm telling you, every time we give up our juice, that's literally us giving up testosterone, right? So this is pretty much a beta male with a woman that doesn't respect. This is pretty much a beta male with your typical average American woman, bro. Because they used to not being told no when it comes to sex, but I'll tell a woman no quick. All right, let's get on to the next one. All right, oh yeah. This irritated me right here. This really irritated me. A submissive woman actually controls a man. This will go over 90% of people's head. This was probably one of the most ignorant posts I've ever seen. A submissive woman actually controls a man. This will go over 90% of y'all head. Now, this is where they effed this up. They would have been cooking if they said a typical American woman who's only submissive in bed controls her bed. That is a big difference. If a woman is genuinely submissive, that's not control. Like, she's not controlling me, bro. Like that doesn't even make sense. Her whole life goal, her whole desire is me. So how is she controlling me? Would that be the other way around? If I wanted it to be that way? Like, I'm not finna control my woman like she's a robot. I'm gonna treat her like a human and I'm gonna love her. But let's read what I said. I said incorrect. A masculine or Jezebel woman uses this. See, this is what I just said. A masculine, I didn't say the type of woman, but a masculine or Jezebel spirit woman. I should have put spirit. Woman use sexual submission to control weak men. Like I just said, if a woman is only submissive during sex, but she goes right back to being combative or just an a-hole, just not a submissive woman, then you're being controlled. But if a woman is genuinely submissive from the time, if you're a masculine, God-fearing man, and the woman was submissive from the time you met her to the time she finally won you over. Because let's face it, if the woman's submissive and the man is masculine, the woman is the one that's doing the work for the relationship. And if you in that type of situation and the woman is just genuinely a submissive, feminine, humble woman, then you got yourself a good feminine woman. But you got people like this that say goofy stuff like this to try to give submissive woman a bad rep. Now again, if he had said sexually submissive woman, he would have been cooking. But let me read this one time. All right. Incorrect. A masculine or Jezebel spirit woman uses sexual submission to control weak men. A true submissive woman doesn't want a man she can control. She desires a masculine follower of God to lead her in the right direction. Big difference. Big difference. Cooking, bro. All right. Let's get to the next one. Oh yeah, this is funny. 100 shouties versus accountability. That's just funny. That's just funny, bro. Accountability is so rare in this country. It really is. When women, well, no, not even just this country. Because, heck, I'm learning in even other countries, that's just a woman thing in general, but it's worse in America. Especially when you got feminists to brainwash women even more. Like, that's just normal for women to lack accountability. Like I said, one of my favorite examples of this is, like, women will have 50 failed relationships and will say none of the men added up to their standards or their quality or gave them what they need, but won't ever take the time to think, hey, if I failed at 50 relationships, either maybe I'm a shitty person, excuse my language, I'm low quality enough to where I'm either attracting low quality men, so I need to upgrade myself, or I'm the problem in the vast majority of my relationships, which usually it's the latter, which I think latter means second option, right? I'm talking about the second option. But a lot of times that's how women will be, bro. They'll have multiple failed relationships and only blame the man in every single one of them, but never think about what they did wrong. Maybe you were too combative. Maybe you were too masculine. Maybe you kept telling him you don't need him and he finally got tired of you. Bro, I wish my woman would tell me she don't need me. All right, love. Go ahead, pack your stuff and leave. All right, let's get to the next one. All right. This is a verse I talked about before, but I never actually showed the picture. 1 Corinthians 11:3, King James Version, right? I'm just the messenger. That's what I said. But I will have ye know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. The head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man. The Bible literally backs up the same stuff I be telling y'all. So it's not like I'm just making up stuff. Now, I did have this opinion and stuff before I became a true follower of God. When God was just a background person and I didn't really realize just how much he's done for me. Then I used to still preach this same stuff. Then I became a true follower of God, and would you know, the Bible literally talks about everything I be telling y'all. Now, this video is getting long enough, y'all. I still got 4 more pictures that I haven't reacted to, plus that very first one. Then I got plenty more, because Facebook is where I'll be getting these from. So I'm going to go get some more, and I'm going to do another video like this. Because right now, it's not every day I get home to this massive TV that I get to be. I'm usually in a truck, so that's why I went on ahead and did this video. We'll get to that in another video. But y'all have a blessed day.